Good morning. Morning, mate. How are you doing? Let's get plotting. Here we go. He's all plaited. Just up for a little hang graze because he was in last night. The nerves are already kicking in. We are off to Southcott for a pony club run one-day event. So obviously we're giving this eventing thing another go. We've dropped down to do the 80. We've had a couple of little training sessions, a couple of lessons, some good weekends arena eventing, so the confidence is growing, but we'll just have to see how it goes on the day. I've got 2 hours between my dressage and my show jumping, so I'm going to walk the course then. I've had a little look at it on the app and it looks all right. There is a chicana, but I can't think about that. I've got to think of every individual fence, ride them all the same, kick on. We're in, boob. It's time to go. Oh, I'm nervous. You gonna do it? Yes. You've not stopped eating the whole way, have you? Wanted to be here a little bit earlier, but got lost. I missed the turning twice, but... Whew. Let's get packed up then, matey, shall we? Get ready for dressage. Get steady. Okay, so as you can see, Boo did warm up a little bit tense to start with. However, he did start to working quite nicely and I was really pleased with how he's working just before the test. So let's get straight into it. This is the Pony Club Grassroots PC80 Dressage Test 2018. And it starts, enter at working trot, proceed down the centre line without halting, which we scored an 8 for, with the comment of positive straight entry. Now that's a good start if I've ever seen one before. C, track right, we scored a 7, suppleness of bend, and then it was straight into ME, change the rein, which I actually thought was M to K, so we got lucky there, scoring a 6.5 with just the comment of tightening over back. Next we had A, circle left 20 metres in working trot, which we scored a 7 for with a comment of suppleness. Now what you can't see is in that bottom corner between A and F, it was a little bit deep. A little bit boggy and he wasn't too keen on that, but thankfully he did work through it. And then after the circle we had a short change of rein of F to E. We scored a 7 and there were no comments from the judge there. Then it was straight back to C, circle right 20 metres in working trot. We scored another 6.5. The comment just says circle very square. I think where I've been working on pushing Boo into the corners, we took it a little bit too literal. I need to remember to not go so deep into those corners when we are doing a circle. Straight after this, it was between C and M, medium walk. We scored a 6.5, need crisper transitions, which is right, it was a little bit abrupt. And then it was MXK, free walk on a long rein, just before K, medium walk. We scored a 7. Just with a comment saying rein should be long, not loose. I was pretty much holding the buckle there, so she's got a fair point. Need to work on that. The next move is between K and A, working trot. We scored a 6.5, resistant to retake. He was a little bit resistant there to take that contact, so that's right. And then it was A, circle left 20 metres and after crossing the centre line and before A, working canter left, which we scored a 7 for, fluency in transitions, so I was pleased with that. And then it was straight up to B, where again, circle left 20 metres and on the second half of the circle down to working trot, which we scored a 7.5 with the comment of obedient. I'd really been toying with where to do these transitions of back to trot and picking up the canter, so I was quite pleased that I think we may have got them in the right place there. After finishing the circle, it was MCH working trot, which we scored a 7.5 for. No comments from the judge, but it did feel very nice. He felt a little bit fancy underneath me. Then it was HXF, changed the rein in working trot. We scored a 5.5 with slight tension and broke, which he did. He anticipated the next canter transition coming up there, bless him. But he had to wait for that transition as it was A, circle right 20 metres, and after crossing the centre line and before A, working canter right, which we scored a 7.4. The comments just say more impulsion in canter, but obedient. So we'll take that. Again, he was a little bit sticky in that corner. I did just have to keep my leg on there. Carrying on up the long side, we had E, circle right 20 metres in working canter, and on the second half of the circle, working trot, which we scored a 7.5 for with no comments from the judge. After finishing the circle, we had HC working trot, which we scored a 7.4, more supple bend was the comment. And then M, medium walk, which we scored a 6.5, tighter over back. As you'll have seen from previous vlogs, walk is rubbish for us. And then B, half circle 10 metres to X, we scored again a 6.5, losing connection. As you can clearly see, walk is tense for us. I asked too much for him, he goes very up in his carriage. And if I don't ask anything, we get a llama. Finally, it was G, hold immobility salute, which we scored a 6.5 for, not quite square. Sadly, I think I pulled him out of his square halt, which is quite frustrating. And overall, it scored us a 31.3.
Dressage done. It went alright. We've done better at home, so I could have been more pleased. I'm just out walking the cross-country fences now. I think there's someone coming through on the meter track. So far it looks alright. We're doing the 80, so you know we've got a chance. Well done. But yeah, I need to crack on. It's hot. Got to get back for show jumping. I'm not a diva. She's got really bad hay fever. I promise. Right, and now we are on to the show jumping, which was a really lovely course and the arena was absolutely huge. So we started over a rustic looking fence 1 with a slight dog's leg up to fence 2, which he did really nicely. We had a nice rhythm, a nice flow, and then round to the planks for fence 3, which I was ready with my leg for this one because I wasn't sure what he was going to make of the planks, but he didn't even look at them. Really lovely run around to fence 4, popped over that nicely and down again to fence 5. He did just start to run a little bit with me here, so I got lucky that he popped over that one easily. And then around the corner to fence 6, a lot of other horses had a stop here, and we were one of them as well. So we gathered ourselves and then reapproached, and I was ready for it this time, sat deep, kept my leg on, over it, and then popped over the second element as well. I'm not sure what you call number 7, but you can't really see it from this angle. It was like an ascending oxer triple bar sort of thing, but he popped that really easily, and then up and over fence number 8 to finish off a lovely round. And then here we go on to the final phase, which was cross country. And as I was mooching around before going into the start box, I must admit I was feeling so sick, so nervous, and a small part of me didn't really want to go out, but at the same time I just really wanted to get out on that course. I knew we could do it, I had good feeling about it, so I thought let's just give this a crack. Really? So as you can see, he needed a little bit encouragement out of the gate again, and just a little bit of a no, come on mate, we got this over fence number 1. And then he seemed to feel a little bit in the swing of things here, and came down to fence number 2 quite strongly, down a little slope, and popped over that very happily. And here's just a closer view of that fence number 2 again, coming down the slope, just sorting himself out, popping over it, and then he was quite happy shooting off into the woods. However, sadly, we did come back out of the woods not long after that. Another flop out on the cross-country field, wasn't it, mate? Yeah, came out alright. Fence 1 was alright, fence 2 was alright, fence 3 was a bank, and he sadly slipped as he went in, and his back legs came under him as he slipped and skidded into the fence, and unfortunately cut his knee, didn't you? I didn't know that at the time. He was fine. We reapproached and he clearly had scared himself. He was backing off about 3 strides away, couldn't get near it, so walked him up to it, approached again, stopped. 4th time we got over it, he jumped it lovely, carried on, stepped up fence 4, and then sadly they pulled us up and said, you'll have to walk off the course because you're eliminated at fence 3. I was absolutely gutted, because it felt like he got his confidence back a little bit and we were ready, and we probably could have tackled the rest of the course, but it is what it is. There'll be another day. You don't look too impressed, do you? But, oh, sorry. Sorted out his knee. It's actually just like a little superficial cut. He's just literally taken the skin off the top. He's had some recovery mash, which he actually loved this time, which makes a difference for Boo. If you follow us on socials, you'll see he's a fussy bugger. So yeah, everything's packed. I've had some ice cream. We did actually go and do some more, or we went back into the warm-up and did 2 more fences just to get over them, and then brought him back. So we'll try again, maybe. We're back home. As you can see, he's wandered off quite happily. Want to turn him out. He's got a bit of ice gel on his legs just in case, because he did obviously knock his legs, just to be sure there's no swelling or anything there. He's trotted up sound on the concrete over there. He's absolutely fine. In fact, he dragged me down to the field, so I've washed his couple of cuts, but they're just a bit of the hair's just come off the top. There's not really anything there. It's just like a graze or like a carpet burn. So yeah, he's happy back out. Let him out for the night, have a stretch. I kind of reflected as I've been driving to run, or while she's been driving. I think it's more just upset for him because that wasn't the experience we wanted. It felt like we were going to have a really positive day, and obviously sadly we just didn't, and it was not his fault, not my fault either. I don't think. He simply went to chip into the bank, skidded, but like his back legs skidded under him, front legs got pushed forward, and he was just scrambling trying to get free. But thankfully we walked away fine and we did the fence in the end. There's always another event. So yeah, for now, sorry that you've not seen us go over a finish line and there was not much content, but that's horses for you. Over and out.